What's up, YouTube? I'm Z, and this channel shows you the world through my lens. Alright, you guys saw the title. You probably saw the thumbnail, which I haven't made yet, but I'm assuming I did something to make you think, oh my gosh, I gotta click on this. Because I think it's important what I have to say. The thing that affects you guys the most, okay, because I have 4 things. But the thing that affects you guys the most is the first thing I'm going to talk about. That way, if you're not interested in the other stuff, you can skedaddle, get to the other content I'm putting out today, all that stuff, do your thing. The first thing, guys, there's going to be a change over the next 2 months, August and September, okay? The last 2 months, I've tried my best. I mean, maybe I haven't done a super good job, but I've tried my best to really push long form content, being like album reactions, and we've done a pretty good job. I think between the 2 months we've done almost 20 albums in the last 2 months. That's a lot, considering like how much effort it takes to do that. Like if an album reaction is like an hour and a half, it takes me like at least that much time to edit. I mean, not that I have to edit much, but edit, export, add my intro, upload, do the thumbnail, put it on, because it's a big video, like it's a big file size, right? So I feel like we did a good job. But for the next 2 months, starting now, because it is August 1st today, there will be no album reactions. I know that's really disappointing. I know some of us were waiting on some album reactions to hopefully come out soon, but I have a really good reason why, okay? If it was up to me, guys, I would keep pushing album reactions. Because let me tell you something, July 2024, so that's the month we just finished, was the best month I have ever had on the channel for views, for watch time, and for subscribers, right? Prior to this, my best month ever, I think I gained like 2,200 or 2,300 subscribers in 1 month. Last month, July 2024, I gained almost 3,600 subscribers in 1 month. Like, that is absurd. I was blown away. So if it was up to me, I would just do album reactions all the time, because I'm quite sure that's the reason why we did so well. But here's the thing. My wife, on Saturday, today's Thursday, on Saturday, my wife is going to be 36 weeks pregnant. For my young crowd that maybe doesn't know, full-term pregnancy is 40 weeks. If you make it there, most babies are born during this period, 36 to 40 weeks. It just kind of depends when your baby's ready, or if there's complications, and unfortunately you may have to like intervene, fortunately as well, because it make sure everyone's healthy, but you may have to intervene and make things happen sooner. But this is kind of the period, 36 to 40, so it could happen anytime in the next 4 weeks. At that point, I'm going to be stepping away from this office. I will not be coming in here for at least 3 weeks. Like, that's the minimum that I'm going to take off. Because I also don't know, my wife had to have a C-section the first time. That's where they have to cut you open. Again, for my young crowd, in case you don't know. And it's a rough recovery. So I had to like really take care of my wife the first time. And so if that happens again, I really need to make sure that I'm here, not here, but I'm there with my wife, with my children, because I have, oh God, I just said children. Yeah, because I'm going to have 2 of them soon. Oh Lord. I'm having a bit of a panic moment at the moment here. Oh man, that's freaky to say out loud. Yes, that's happening. So the reason we're not going to have album reactions is because when I take that 3 weeks off, potentially 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks off, what I don't want is what's happened in the past when I take that time off, where the content dies and you guys don't see anything from me for a month, okay? I have been behind the scenes trying out a video editor that's been helping me put my intros, cutting out any bits that, you know, are messed up, or where I like, sometimes you guys have seen me like take a phone call or something important happens. So he just cuts those things out for me. And the main reason I've been trying out this editor is for this moment, okay? We are on the same page. He did everything for me in July, minus a few videos that I did myself. And it went great. He did a lot of stuff for me in June as well. What's gonna happen is, the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm really putting my positive energy that we make it to full term, okay? But in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm gonna be recording all song reactions, okay? Whether that's singles or features or whatever artists that you guys ask me to do, live performances, whatever, but short stuff, like, you know, songs, 2 to 5 minute long songs. And I'm gonna try to do a lot. And when I record all these and my editor edits them for me and sends them back, I'm gonna put them up on my channel, but on private. And I'm gonna try to create a stockpile of videos that are ready for when I take my time off. So that when I take my time off, I have 30, 40, 50 videos that I can release, you know, 1 a day or 2 a day during my time off. That's the plan. But if I do album reactions, I can't create the stockpile. Because, for example, if I do an hour and 45 minute album reaction, I could do 10, 12, 15 song reactions, like 15 separate videos in that same amount of time. Okay? So for that reason, guys, I hope you truly understand. Obviously, I want to keep giving you guys the content that you want, but just this is a very special moment in my life. I want to make sure I prioritize my family, but I'm trying to put you guys somewhere on that priority list, like, you know, 3rd or 4th or 5th, somewhere in that section, so that I can take care of you guys as well, and we can kind of keep this magic going. Okay, so that's the change that's coming up in terms of like maybe what we've gotten used to, but what we're gonna have to potentially adapt to for the next little bit. You guys are an amazing group, all of you, guys and gals. Yes, I just said gals. Everybody, all of you as a collective are awesome. And I know you guys are super understanding and supportive, so I always appreciate that from you. That was the main thing that affects most of you the most. So if you feel free, like if you want to leave, feel free to leave. Oh man, it's like a weight off my chest to kind of say that part. The next stuff is important too, but it's not, like, I think you will figure it out as it rolls out. But I figured I would kind of tell you guys everything in this video. So the next thing is, I don't know how many of you know, I'm sure a lot of you know, but those of you who are kind of newer to the channel maybe don't know that I have a second channel. It's right here on this page. It's called the ZWV Network. It's got like 4,600 subscribers. I started this December of 2023, so about 7 months ago, just over 7 months ago. And it's a reaction channel, but I react to other stuff, so like not music. We do TV shows on here, we do sports, comedy, things like that. I've even done some like reactions to like intense or insane weather stuff, but just other things, okay? Now guys, when I created this channel, part of the reason was that I thought I would create some separation in case you guys didn't want to watch this stuff. But the big reason was, I thought, incorrectly by the way, I thought that maybe I would have less copyright trouble with some of this other content. And boy, was I wrong. It's been bad. Like, I have a lot of videos that get blocked. I've gotten copyright strikes twice. Luckily not at the same time. It's like more than 90 days apart. And so like my channel is still like fairly okay. But yeah, it was not smooth sailing. And that's just part of me being a new, relatively new YouTuber. Like I showed in this other video, I started this channel January 2023. So I've only been doing it for like a year and a half, right? The main channel, the one that you guys are on. So I'm still fairly new. I'm still learning a lot of stuff. And you guys know my regular life is super busy, so I don't have time to like really deep dive into a lot of stuff. I'm just learning by like doing. And so as I did this, I've learned that I was very wrong about my I guess we can just call them assumptions at this point. And basically this channel that I was hoping would be more free from copyright troubles is just as plagued with copyright troubles as our main channel. Now, the reason that's important, the reason I wanted a place where I didn't have copyright issues was twofold. One is the more obvious reason is obviously the copyright strikes. If you get 3 of them, they can actually like terminate your channel. So reaction channels in general are like a high risk endeavor. Just so you guys know, I've always disputed copyright. I've never appealed, just out of fear that if they reject it, it's an automatic copyright strike if they reject your appeal. So I don't appeal. I just like, if they say no, I'm like, well, that sucks. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2 that I would want a copyright trouble-free channel is that there are certain functions as a content creator that actually get locked if you have mostly copyright detected content. So there are certain functions that reaction channels just can't use as content creators because of that reason. And so for both of those things, I've been very disappointed that this channel has not been what I thought it would be. So here's what's happening. In the 7 months, I've put out 190 videos. So it's not as high output as like what we do on the main channel. And that's part of what's allowed me to keep putting out a lot of content on the main channel, because I don't prioritize this over the music stuff. That will continue to be the same thing. However, I am not going to be posting the sport and TV show stuff on this other channel anymore. I will now be posting it here on the main channel. Okay. Again, this does not take away from the amount of music content that I create, because it's going to be the same as it's been for the last 6 months, which is still quite a bit. Okay. There's just going to be sometimes peppered in some of these other videos. Now, I'm going to try to take the next 2 weeks where I'm recording all these videos. I'm going to try to take some time to go through my playlists and make even more playlists. Because sometimes when you're looking at a channel like mine, where I have over 1,100 videos, which is pretty crazy, it can be difficult to like find stuff unless it's organized, right? So I already like do quite a lot of playlists. If I just kind of go over, you can see all of my playlists here. These are all playlists, but I need to do an even better job. So I'm gonna spend the next couple weeks kind of creating even more playlists. And when I upload non-music content, like I was just talking about, I will make sure that all of that is in playlists as well. So anybody who does come to watch that stuff, they can find it fairly easily. And then for you guys, you can obviously avoid it if you're not interested in it. But I just want to put all of my copyright issue stuff in one place, because I feel like my other channels, I just want them to be free of copyright issues. So what's going to happen to this other channel? I'm going to repurpose this to something that I've been really wanting to do since pretty early, like starting this channel, starting the main channel. And I did like 2 episodes of like a family vlog on this channel. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that, because a lot of you may be new since then, but it was just a lot of work. But now that I have an editor, it kind of is like in my head getting to a point where I'm like, hey, I could do some of those things that I felt I didn't have the time to do before, because somebody else can do it for me. So I'm thinking that I'm going to repurpose this channel to be my family vlog. I have made the video to let this channel's audience know about the change and instructed them to unsubscribe if they're not interested in that content, obviously. But they will be coming over here hopefully if they want to stick with me. And then this other channel, which I'm not sure you guys knew I've had, but where I've been posting my fitness and weight loss journey, I will just turn into my fitness channel. Now, as you guys know, it's been my profession, training people and working in a gym for the last 7-8 years. So when I started creating this content, the music reaction content, I always thought that at some point I would love to also do a fitness content creation channel. And I'm kind of in the process of doing that. I have 11 videos that are all fitness related. And I have 194 subscribers over there so far. So this will turn into my full-time fitness channel. And this other one will be my family vlog. And the other thing is, like, with this 3 to 4 weeks off, it's actually the perfect timing for me to start something like this, because I'm gonna be with my family 24/7 for like 3 to 4 weeks. And it'll give me the perfect chance to start practicing, seeing moments that would be, you know, good to put on a vlog, using the camera, getting used to using the microphone, things like that. And then hopefully when I come back, I'll have like some pretty cool content to share with you guys on this other channel. So these are the changes coming up, guys. Look, change is uncomfortable, and I knew, like, I was stressed about making this video because I know that not everyone's going to be happy with everything, and that's always going to be a fact of life. You know, I wish obviously that I could make everyone happy all the time, but you know, then that wouldn't be real life, as you guys probably experience in your everyday real life. But you know what? I just do the best as I think, or I like do what I think is best at any given time, and just try to be honest with you guys. And it's worked well for me so far, just like being me and being honest. And I want to keep trying to do that. So hopefully we're all good. Hopefully we're on the same page. I'm excited for this next chapter in my life. I can't wait to meet my second son. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So if you guys are somehow still here with me, I appreciate you spending your time with me. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.